Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Bullet on Fire 12 and welcome to some Modern Warfare 2. Now in today's video I'm going to talk about Modern Warfare Remastered. We've recently learnt more about Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered at COD XP, and there's actually going to be quite a few changes to Modern Warfare Remastered. Now usually with remastered games that's not the case. It's the same game but with better graphics. But with Modern Warfare Remastered, there's actually going to be quite a few changes to the game. Now, some of these changes I'm okay with and I don't mind, but there are some changes which I kind of wish they left it the same to what it was in COD 4. I've written down as many of these changes that I've learned about Modern Warfare Remastered, and hopefully I haven't missed anything, but if I have, let me know about it in the comment section below. But let's just get straight into this because there's quite a few changes and I want to cover it as quickly as possible. Let's begin with Domination. Now, the game mode Domination is going to be different in Modern Warfare Remastered. In COD 4, it was the first team to 200 points wins the game. That's not going to be the case with Modern Warfare Remastered. It's going to have the new type of Domination where it's split into 2 rounds. Now, I kind of prefer the old Domination, where it's not split into 2 rounds, you don't have a half time. So I kind of wish they left it the same to what it was in COD 4, because in my opinion I think the new Domination isn't as good as the old one. That's just my opinion anyway, so I kind of wish they left it the same. The next thing is round-ending kill cams and game-winning kill cams are actually going to be in COD 4. Now this is interesting because we didn't see anything like this until Modern Warfare 2, and then more games had this afterwards. I think this is a change that I'm okay with. I kind of like the idea of round-ending kill cams and game-winning kill cams. So to see it in a game that didn't have it, I think it's quite cool, so I'm okay with them putting in round-ending kill cams and game-winning kill cams into Modern Warfare Remastered. I think it should be quite interesting to see something that wasn't in the original COD 4 into the remastered version of the game. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out with Modern Warfare Remastered. The next thing is gold camo will be available on every primary and secondary weapon. Now, in the original COD 4, that wasn't the case. I didn't play too much of COD 4, but what I've learned is that gold camo in COD 4 worked very differently to what it works in some of these newer games. In COD 4, there was only one gun from the tier classes that you could actually get gold camo on once you completed all the headshot challenges for that particular weapon category. We now have gold camo in all the guns. Quite a good change actually, because I didn't play too much COD 4. I do love the game, but I didn't realise that that was a thing. I thought gold camo would have been on all the weapons, but after learning that it was only on one particular weapon from the gun categories, I thought it was quite interesting. So to actually have gold camo available on all the guns now, I think that's a good change, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that are welcoming this change to Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, we might be having titles and emblems that we can earn in Modern Warfare Remastered. There is a screenshot from the trailer that we saw. I don't know if I can actually use it in this video, and I'm not going to risk it, otherwise I might get a copyright strike. But basically, someone in the Modern Warfare Remastered trailer gets quite a few kills. He gets a Fury kill, and then you know how your name will pop up after you do something like, I don't know, a triple kill, or you earn a type of kill streak like you do here in Modern Warfare 2. Your name will pop up on the screen, and it looks like you can actually earn some titles and emblems. I wish I could show it to you, but I don't want to risk getting a copyright strike, so I'm not going to show that screenshot. But I think it'd be kind of cool. We don't know how it's going to work though, especially with some of the challenges as well. But that's just what we've seen from the trailer. Now there's also going to be a new type of feature that we've not seen before, at least I don't think we've seen this before in COD, where you can inspect your weapon and it comes with like a little animation when you do that. Basically, there's now going to be a button that you can press on your controller and it will kind of lift your gun up and it kind of inspects it. Again, this is something that I don't think I can show you, but it's kind of similar to like a CSGO type of animation. I don't know too much about CSGO. What do I think about this kind of change? Well, it's cool. We've not seen it before in Call of Duty, but do I think it needs to be there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how I feel about that one actually. A part of me is like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but another part of me is like, does it need to be there? I don't know how I feel about that one. The next change, however, though, is something I definitely approve, which is the multiplayer maps. Now, as I've said before, and I'm sure other people have said before in past videos, is that the game is only going to have 10 multiplayer maps, 10 of the original multiplayer maps. But that's different now, because when the game comes out at launch, it will still only feature 10 of the original multiplayer maps. However, the other remaining 6 will be coming out later in December as free DLC. Now, I think this is a good thing because it would be a shame to have Modern Warfare Remastered without all the original maps. So it's good that the other remaining 6 will be coming to us later. I suspect maybe they just didn't have enough time to do all of the original 16 maps. That's why they're coming out later in the year. And I suppose maybe the other 4 maps, which were DLC from the only DLC that COD 4 had, maybe they'll give that to us later afterwards. We don't know if that will come to us as free DLC or if we have to pay for it. But I think it's good that the other 6 remaining original maps that came with the game at launch will be given to us later in a free DLC in December. Let's talk about the next thing, which is some certain glitches and certain spots that you could do. They are going to still have some of these glitchy spots, but some of them will be removed. Now I don't know too much about this because I do love COD 4, but I didn't get to play a whole lot of it because I got hacked to 10th Prestige very quickly, and nowadays it's just so hard for me to find a COD 4 lobby. I wish I could find more COD 4 lobbies because I do see some people going back to play COD 4, and they're just so lucky because you remember my COD 4 video that I made months ago? It was just ridiculous. So I kind of wish I could actually play COD 4. But basically, there are some glitch spots which will still be in Modern Warfare Remastered, but some will be removed. I don't know too much about this. It only makes sense to remove some of these glitch spots. I mean, ideally, it would be better if really any sort of bug or glitch spots were fixed and just removed completely. But I don't know too much about these glitch spots, so I don't know which ones are still going to be there and which ones aren't going to be there. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the headshot icon with Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, I'll show you a screenshot from what it was in most games. I'll get a screenshot from Modern Warfare 2, for example, and I'll put it in the video. Most likely, you'll probably see someone getting a headshot in the kill feed down below. But basically, I've got a screenshot from Advanced Warfare that I'm going to put up on your screen right now. Now, can you see the headshot icon in Advanced Warfare? It's not a very good headshot icon, I don't think. It's definitely not a very good one. But unfortunately, that headshot icon is also going to be in Modern Warfare Remastered. Again, I would show you the Modern Warfare Remastered version, but again, I don't know if I'm allowed to use it or not, so I'm not going to risk it. Instead, I'll just use screenshots from Advanced Warfare. It's basically the same headshot icon anyway, but I don't think they should have put the Advanced Warfare headshot icon in, because I don't think it's very good. They should have left it to what it was in some of the older games. Something else that I think should be left out of Modern Warfare Remastered is medals. In the trailer, you could see people actually earning medals. And medals isn't something we saw until Black Ops 2, they were in Advanced Warfare, and they were in Black Ops 3 as well. They are also going to be in Modern Warfare Remastered. Now I kind of think it would have been better if medals weren't in the game, and I don't know how medals are actually going to work in Modern Warfare Remastered. Are we going to actually have some challenges that we need to get medals for? I don't know, and I don't think many of us know that either. But medals will be a thing in Modern Warfare Remastered. I think it would have been better if they would have left it out. Something else that's different is, do you remember in the old games, you would get like a scrolling text to say that you've earned a UAV or an airstrike or an attack helicopter? That's changed now. Instead it's an icon, a little picture icon. Now some people are welcoming this change. It would have been nice to still have the original text. I do think it's a little bit better than the picture. Next is the guns. Now, when you're walking around the map and you see weapons that are on the ground, in COD 4, the guns wouldn't actually tell you what attachments were actually on that gun. Obviously this is something that we see a lot more in newer CODs. I'm sure at some point while you're watching this video you'll see me walking around the map, you'll see some guns on the floor, and they'll say that they've got, I don't know, like a foregrip on it, or a suppressor, something like that. But in COD 4 we didn't have that. You actually have to pick up the gun to find out what attachments were actually on there. But that's now changed. If you're walking around the map you can actually see what weapon is on the ground with the attachments on there. Again, I think this is something I'm okay with. I don't mind that they've changed that. It just means that you know what attachments are actually on that particular gun. Another thing to talk about is the XP. Now the XP is a little bit different because we used to have smaller numbers in COD 4 for doing things. If you remember, Team Deathmatch for example, you would get plus 10 for a kill. And it was the same like that in World at War as well, I believe, but then it changed in Modern Warfare 2 onwards. They added another 0 onto it, so in Team Deathmatch in Modern Warfare 2, you would get plus 100 points. Now some people are saying they kind of wish that it was the same to what it was in COD 4 with the smaller numbers. I think it would have been nice as well if they would have done that. And the last thing that I'm also going to talk about is I've noticed in the trailer for Modern Warfare Remastered, it also kind of tells you what you're getting the XP for. Say for example, you get a kill in Team Deathmatch. It would say plus 100 points, and then underneath it, it would say why you actually got that plus 100 points with the word kill. And it's the same with using your kill streaks. It would say plus 10 using kill streaks. That's another little interesting feature that they've implemented into the game as well. But that is all of the changes that I've learned about Modern Warfare Remastered. Again, if there is anything that I have missed, let me know about it in the comment section below. I do have mixed feelings on these changes. Like I said, there are some things I'm okay with, but there are other things that I'm not really okay with, and I kind of wish it would have been the same to what it was in COD 4. Ideally, it would have been nice if Modern Warfare Remastered was exactly the same as COD 4, but with anything that was broken, that needed fixing, they fixed it and they tweaked it to make it a bit more playable. I mean, luckily they haven't removed anything like the guns or perks, attachments or anything like that. I mean, I would have thought they would have removed certain perks like Martyrdom or Last Stand. But no, those perks are definitely back into the game. I've seen some of these videos and they do see people using Martyrdom and Last Stand again, so those perks are returning. I suppose Modern Warfare Remastered wouldn't be Modern Warfare Remastered without those perks, even though those are perks I'm not a massive fan of, and I'm kind of glad they're gone now because they were annoying. But I think it's only right that those perks were still in the game because they were in the original. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video now. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on the changes to Modern Warfare Remastered. Do you like some of these changes? Do you not like some of these changes? Do you wish it was the same completely the same to what it was in COD 4, let me know about that in the comment section below. But anyway, I'm going to end off this video now. I hope you have all enjoyed it, and if you have, remember to leave a like rating and subscribe if you are new. But for now, it is goodbye from me, but I shall see all of you guys very soon with my next video. So take care guys, and goodbye.